Good evening, high school basketball fans. Welcome in ESPN's high school game day game of the week. Beach hosting the Groves Rebels this evening on the campus of Beach, and Beach with the basketball here. Number 0 in the corner there, that's Shamari Huggy. You have number 4, Chandler Reed, driving right, kicks it off to Huggy again. That one airballed and missed. And Groves coming down with the rebound. Flags drives in, puts up the floater. It looks like that's going to be going the other way. That's a charge on Flags, the first foul of the evening. Beach getting in there and taking the charge, turning it over for their offense.
Can I say I'm just excited to be here. These are two teams I was able to cover on Media Day. Both have not region but championship state aspirations. And in the first meeting, Groves got the better of Beach, 48-45, and they're looking to avenge that loss. And I'm just excited to see, a really good game tonight. We expect this to be close, high action packed. Both teams want to get out and run. So let's see what happens tonight.
Have a travel on Huggy there, trying to drive into the right. Now Flags back ball handling, gives it right off to Akeem Johnson. Johnson to Colonel, Gerald Colonel with the easy layup. And scores 2 there. First points of the evening. Groves up 2-0. And no call there. A lot of contact. That was Larry Johnson going in for the layup. No call, though, and rebound to Groves.
It looks like both teams are in the man-to-man. Kind of a slow start to the game, but really good defense. Both teams getting through their sets. And you like to see that fundamental basketball, playing through their sets, trying to get a good shot to start off the game.
Flags rotating it around here. Down to the middle, back up to the top. Little kick back to the top, and that is off to the left. And fighting for the rebound is Groves. On the floor, though, that's going to be a jump ball. Beach going to come away with possession. That was big number 22, Jaquan Singleton on the ground for Groves, and at least with the tie up there. And the arrow will go Groves' way next time there's a jump ball. But Beach, go ahead.
As mentioned, both teams, they're looking to get a W today, but Beach is looking for a W even more to kind of split the season series with Groves. But, this is going to be a really tight game. Both teams coming out kind of slow right now in the first 2.5, 3 minutes. Is just 2-0, something we haven't been accustomed to these past couple of weeks with high school basketball since we've been doing it. But it's a Tuesday. Kids had school today. It's not a Friday like these past 2 weeks. So hopefully, they could get things going on the offensive end.
Here's Flags driving in, kicks it back out to Manning. Manning up to the top to Johnson. Johnson driving in, putting up a shot. That one rebound out. Singleton coming down with it, but is that going to be a foul or a tie-up? We'll see what they call. They haven't necessarily made a call yet. That's going to be a jump. So jump ball to Groves. Singleton in there getting down low with the hops. He doesn't have all the size in the world, but uses his body well, and that's the second or third time we've seen him mixing it up and coming away with the ball for his team. Sydney Flags here at the top. Rotates it over there to the left to Manning. Manning almost loses it, but retains possession. Flags again at the top, driving in, trying to find some room. Solid defense so far by Beach. Now slips it down low to Singleton, who's not able to corral it and dribbles it out of bounds.
You got to give credit to both teams, but you definitely got to give credit to Beach right there on defense. They're playing a man-to-man, but it's a kind of disguised zone, a 1-2-2, what some people call Syracuse, and it's kind of confusing Groves right now. Still a 2-0 ball game with 5 minutes to go. My apologies.
Chandler Reed now at the top finds himself with the basketball, driving into the right mid-range jumper, no good. Groves comes down with it. That's Gerald Colonel. You see him down low a lot tonight. He's got that size, certainly, at 6'8". But it feel like enough of a body, an athletic body, to move around. You see him at the top right now trying to set a pick for his teammates, so keep an eye on him tonight. This is Kari Manning, again back up to Colonel. Colonel to the right to Flags, and now over to Johnson. Swinging this ball around, trying to find the open room.
Just great ball movement. Being patient, trying to find a good shot. That's what good teams do, get the ball in the low post.
Colonel down low, spin. Singleton there again with the rebound and blocked.
Refs kind of letting these guys play, man. That's a nice block, but it could have been a foul right there. But I like the fact that you refs are letting them play. Not an obvious foul, but could have been a foul. still a nice defense by Beach.
James Leach rotating over with a big block down low. Like we said, very patient, a lot of ball movement in both these offenses, but it's 2-0. You like to see them not stressing out or anything like that. They're not forcing anything. That's why both these teams are having very good seasons.
Yeah, and it's also why the first meeting, it was just 48-45, a really low-scoring game, especially in the standards of high school. But that doesn't mean these guys can't come out here and score and they don't have the talent to do that. It's just the fact that they're patient enough to get a good shot, and both teams are playing really good defense right now.
Absolutely. You see Tremaine Johnson in the ball game now. Throws it out there to Manning. Manning corrals it again, kind of butterfinger so far, but retains it. That's Johnson in there, misses the shot, but down low, that's Gerald Colonel. He's going to be tough to deal with down there without a doubt, and goes up 4-0.
Tough to deal with, 6'8" frame, like you said, and down there playing on the boards.
This is Huggy with the
nice
open
shot.
jumper. Yeah, puts the ball on the court. And that mid-range jumper down on the baseline, gets it to go. First points for Beach, 4-2, with 3:39 left to go in the first. That's a missed three there, and Colonel corrals it with a little floater. No good. We have a foul on the floor, though. Didn't see the number there. You see the number?
No, I
didn't see the number there, sadly. But foul on Beach. Grove's going to retain possession. 3:30 to go here in the first. Here's Johnson. Air balls are a little too strong there from the corner. And Beach coming down with the rebound. That's going to be a foul on Groves.
Jump ball, actually. That might be.
Oh, really?
That's a jump ball. Yeah. I think there was a jump ball right there.
Shamari Huggy now back to Larry Johnson. Back over to Huggy here on the right. Driving in, spinning around.
Wow.
Good defense there. And again, jump ball. Both teams, they're not afraid to scrap for this thing.
Oh, both teams are locked in. Both teams kind of coming out pressed, but they know what's on the line as far as region seeding, region standings. As far as both teams, both of them are 7-3, so they're pretty even. But like I said, Beach wants to come out here and get a win, and they need one desperately after losing to them the first time they played.
Absolutely. Here's Johnson driving in, puts it up with the left. No good. But Colonel comes away with the rebound, looking for someone to pass it to, gets it away to Johnson, back up to the top to Manning. Again, get it back up. Don't force anything. Get it back up top. Let's go through our offense and work this thing around.
Nice motion offense, just trying to pass and go, pass and go. You see a guy loop through, get the ball in the low post. That's a good shot. You'll take that shot any day of the week.
Anytime down the court. Colonel's going to get that to fall eventually as well. Still 4-2, though. 2:30 to go. It's an open jumper from Huggy and rebounded and dunked.
I don't know. That could have been offensive basket interference. But they're going to call it a oop. That's going to go on the stat sheet as maybe an assist or just a missed field goal, but counts as a bucket either way.
Either way, that's James Leach. That was off to the left a little bit. Was it going to hit the rim or not, though? Who knows? That's interesting. Either way, that's going to be an assist for Huggy, and it's going to be a travel there. Or no, they stepped on the line down in the corner. But
I actually like the no call from the ref. I mean, I really do. Because it was kind of like touch and go either way. It could have been basket offensive interference. But either way, it's a bucket, 4-4, with about 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
Reed out to Hughie. Hughie down low, not able to finish. That finds its way to Huggy again, blocked by Colonel. Colonel and Tremaine Johnson teamed up on the block there, and Johnson goes end-to-end with it. Finishes with the right hand on the layup. 1:40 to go, 6-4, the Groves lead.
Yep, this is one of those games, in order to score, you got to get out in transition and capitalize, and Groves did right there.
That one batted away again. Johnson comes up with it. Akeem Johnson, I have Akeem Johnson, number one. And, of course, Tremaine Johnson on the floor as well. And they kind of teamed up on the steal there. 1:29 to go, 6-4 lead for the Groves Rebels. This is Tremaine Johnson now. At the top, driving in to the right, dishes it off down low with the finish. It's an old-fashioned 3-point play, for Kenya Williams. He gets up and is all right. Was worried with a kind of fall he took there, but either way, solid finish there as he kind of got his legs swept out from under him.
Really nice dribble penetration to get the big man open and get him an easy bucket, but they get an and one as well. Like you said, the old-fashioned way, you like to get it like that. And it's going to be one of those games where it might not be a lot of threes, and you have to get easy buckets that type of way.
8-4. Williams can make it 9, and he does not. That off and to the left. 8-4. Groves lead. And Beach pushes it up here into the half court. Back up to the top to Larry Johnson. Trying to find some room. Yeah, Jermaine Saxon, in the game now as well. And it looks like Hughie, excuse me. If you know at home, you want to type on in. It's either Huggy or Hughie, one or the other. But either way, steps on the line there and ends up going the other way. 1 minute to go here in the first.
They
8-4.
The last shot right here. Even though it's a minute left, they actually might hold. This team is patient enough to do that. They're very disciplined, both teams. Got a couple of turnovers on each side, but both teams are really, really disciplined, know how to play to the play clock, to the 5-second rule, and that's what you might see right here, holding for one shot.
Yeah, Ikeen Johnson here, giving it off to Philip Bing. He's in the game for the first time. That one thrown away. He went to turn around and give that one away to Tremaine Johnson. The crowd saying that was batted away by a Beach player. Either way, the Bulldogs are going to come up with possession down by 4. Now, like you said, both teams fine with being patient. There's a reason it's only 8-4 in this ball game. Both teams respect each other a lot. Obviously, that's why they are where they are in the region standings. This is Huggy down low. Spins and contact made, but batted away there by Groves. Beach will retain possession here with 18 seconds left in the quarter.
Not just the region, but in the state. These are two of the best teams in 3A. These are teams that can make Elite 8, Final 4 pushes, maybe state championship pushes. And they're trying to get there, but this is a game where you got to play and you got to make that trademark to get there.
Saxton out to Huggy, now to the top. This is Reed. Hands it off to Johnson. 7 seconds. Got to make something work here. Reed puts it up with 5 seconds left. Rims out. Now 3. And it looks like Ikeen Johnson not going to hold it. Throws it up for a 3/4 court shot. And it's going to end there. Groves holds the lead here. 8-4 over Beach on ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week. Let's hear from Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
After a day of the hottest sports in town, sometimes you just gotta unwind.
Yeah, Kevin, and the perfect place to do it, Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
That's because Kool Vibes offers delicious pizza, wings, sandwiches, and salads, all with a Jamaican Caribbean island twist.
And the atmosphere is 100% kicked back. No worries, man.
Plus, they're the home of the Oxtail Pizza.
Kool Vibes Pizza, 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. That's KoolVibesPizza.com. Kool with a K.
Come on and unwind at Kool Vibes.
Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings. Appreciate all they do here for high school sports in the Savannah area here on ESPNCoastal.com. PJ Zuko, Cam Ursery here with you from the campus of the Beach Bulldogs. The Bulldogs trailing right now 4-8 to Groves after 1. And what a quarter that was. Like we said, patient basketball offensively, pretty solid defense as well, though. And both teams just scrapping it, kind of getting by.
Well, yeah, I love games like this. This is a game full of discipline, a game full of players that know what their coach wants and the philosophy that he's built throughout the season and the offseason. And it's just nothing but respect to both teams. You can see right now, Beach is kind of coming out here a little pressed, trying to get, settled into the game. But so is Groves. It's just 8-4. This game could go either way, but this is going to be a low-scoring game, so predict a lot of misses and a slugfest.
Absolutely. From the corner, that was Bellamy. Shot made, but a travel beforehand. So we stay 8-4 here between Groves and Beach. This is Tremaine Johnson again in the corner. Down low to Singleton. Singleton puts it up and in. A little floater from the block. Singleton saying he can work from down low as well and pushes the lead to 6. 10-4 Groves.
See, this is a game that has nothing to do with talent. It has a lot to do with mental fortitude and listening and executing your coach's plays.
And that's a block there by Singleton. Pushes it up. Ikeen Johnson with the reverse. That one rims out, though, and Beach comes back down with it.
It just doesn't seem like Beach could get into, like, a uncomfortable offensive set as they hit a shot right there. They
Yeah.
needed that one.
And that absolutely, that pushed out by Huggy. That's Larry Johnson with a 3, cuts the lead in half. 10-7 lead here for Groves.
Yeah, they definitely needed that shot, but they still look a little uncomfortable on offense. Maybe, as the game settles in a little bit more, because it's still, a steady game. It's a long game. This basketball is a game of runs. They just need to get settled in.
There's Colonel. Shot a little off tonight. He's getting the moves and the open looks, but that's Akeem Johnson. Puts it right back in and answers with the 3. Pushes it back to 6. Some sharp shooting here from both teams. Both times down. Huggy now pulls up from 2.
Okay, things are starting to
That's
ramp
the
up.
mid-range shot. Yeah, we saw him with a mid-range shot to open up the game there for Beach. Comes back to it there. And you kind of see they're not afraid to throw it around to anyone there on the Beach offense, but Huggy very primarily focused. Most of the time, the ball's going to run through him at some point.
You can see they're starting to ramp things up on both ends. Kind of easy buckets for both teams, but as a big man, you have to make that layup right there.
Yeah, that's Akeem Johnson with the 3 again. Pushes it back out. This is Bing. Bing short. And Colonel with
He's
what?
working,
The 3rd or 4th rebound on one possession.
And that's why he's getting a standing ovation from that bench. He's down there working, regardless if he missed, the layup. He's down there working, and now they got to reward the big man and feed him the ball and see if he can get a bucket.
And blocked.
Get rewarded, young man.
That one pushed away by James Leach. And is that going to be a tech or no?
And they've thrown him out. They've thrown Coach out. I think Coach is thrown out.
They threw the coach out.
Yeah, I think that. Yep, Coach is thrown out. Wow. That's a quick change of events right there for Beach.
Now, that's surprising. I was more focused on James Leach, who was kind of walking up behind
Coach
Colonel
Hayward,
after the block. And
Coach Hayward's been thrown out for Beach, though. As a ref, I understand if he may have said anything, but in these type of games, emotions get high. You have to be able to hold your own as a ref. Call the technical foul and give him a warning and say, hey, don't do that again. I got to kick you out. You just don't kick him out after the first warning. That's going to be a big blow for Beach.
That was somewhat surprising to see it that quick. Again, I was more focused on Leach and Colonel and what was going on there. Didn't look over at the sidelines, but either way, it looks like they have, I believe, Michael Thompson over there, who's the head coach of the football team.
Yep, so these are the shooting foul free throws, not the technical for Groves. But, like I said, that hurts Beach tremendously. Losing your head coach kind of off of that type of call where it was bang, bang, where he had an argument that was could do his just due. And as refs, you got to maintain your cool and not throw the coach out. Just give him a warning and say, hey, next time I'm throwing you out. You have to give that coach a warning, especially in a big game like this. Yeah,
very surprising there. You could argue they wanted to set the tone for anything that could have happened later in the game. But still, it's still very, very surprising to see that. Either way, Tremaine Johnson has put up 2 free throws so far, and so far none fallen. So Tremaine Johnson from the line again and has that one fall. Pushes the lead to 14-9. Looks like we have one more coming. And you have Khalil Watson, the athletic director, over actually behind one of the refs right now. Once she saw that, she walked right over. I think trying to get the ref's attention and say, hey, wait a minute, that was somewhat quick. So you like to see defending the coach there as well. And another free throw. So this is
the 6 free. Oh, this is 6 free throw right here. So they went 3
a
6
double.
from the line.
I really think what happened there is a double tech on the coach and then a tech on Leach for the jawing behind Colonel in the first place.
Double tech on coach, and I think a foul. The foul.
I was surprised that was a foul. I thought that was just a block.
Yeah, I thought it was a block too, but they definitely called the foul, and that's what had Coach Hayward upset for Beach. And that's a big time bucket.
Akeem Johnson down below, contact, and it falls. So he's going to go for a 3-point play here, 16-9.
Right when your coach goes out, kind of the lead, gets away with just a 13-9 ball game. Now this might be a 10th ball game if he can hit these free throws right here.
We'll see here, Akeem Johnson. That one rims out, and it's going to be Beach ball coming out from down low. So 18-9, big swing there, 5-point swing overall. as you have the possession after the technicals, obviously. So 5-point swing, 18-9 lead for the Groves Rebels, and we'll see what Beach can do to answer here. You have Ronald Polite in the game for the first time for the Bulldogs as well. And coming in, Amari Grant for Groves there defending the point. This is Reed at the top, over to Larry Johnson, goes to the corner to Polite. Now back out to the corner and up to the top again to Reed. That defense by Groves getting after it. Double teamed at the top is Reed.
That might be a foul.
And that's going to be contact. Man, they were getting after it there.
I wouldn't say that's a foul, but I understand the foul because, they're getting after the ball. Groves is hungry, and they're trying to extend this lead while they can, while Beach isn't hot right now. We haven't seen much offense from Beach. And let's see how they respond without their head coach now.
Absolutely. And that one's stolen away almost. It's going to be on the line. Tremaine Johnson right now. The energy is through the roof.
They are swarming.
Yeah, you have both of them up there. Of course, Amari Grant, who just came off the bench, so he has fresh legs. Huggy back out to Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson trying to rotate it back up to the top. But, man, Grant is all over Reed, and that's going to be a timeout.
This is starting to kind of feel like a Groves home game. I mean, you're hearing the clapping. You're hearing the defensive chants. You're seeing the energy like they're playing at home. If you're Beach, you just have to get in your sets and keep the ball out of the corners. Every time you get in the corner, it's going out of bounds or a timeout.
Yeah, absolutely. So 18-9 timeout here. Let's hear from Geechie Rootz.
It's like cash and carry.
Cash and corner, excuse me.
I'm Kitty Grainger from Cash and Carry. We're a family-owned business right here in Savannah. We have sections of vehicles that really make it all simple. You'll get a printout of where the vehicle's at, the color of the vehicle. We really want them to be able to come in the yard and find out right where they need to be. The average savings would be at least 70, 80, could be even 90% compared to original manufactured parts. So you can come to a place like Cash and Carry and find the parts that you need at an extreme.
And back here with you, 4:44 to go. 9-18, Groves with the lead, rotating all around. Here's Larry Johnson for three. That one's short. And Tremaine Johnson comes away with it for the Groves Rebels. Pushes it over half court here and setting up their offensive set. But Johnson drives in, little floater in the lane. That one high off the back of the rim. And this is Reed again pushing it for the Beach Bulldogs. And they're going to be contact there. Foul on Tremaine Johnson as Reed started to lose it a little bit. Johnson saw the opportunity but got a little too much arm.
Yeah, if you're at Beach, I don't think this entire game you've shot a shot inside the paint yet. Everything has kind of been a long three or a mid-range. You got to get to the rack. They're playing very aggressive on Grove's side, but a lot of dribbling and penetration. You got to get to the rack.
And that a floater and an air ball. And Colonel comes down with it for Grove. Now pushing it to the corner. This is Flags. Now back up to the top to the Tremaine Johnson. Like you said, you have that quick man-to-man defense. Oh, and that's a steal there from Beach.
Got to capitalize now.
Driving in, tries a crossover. Not going to work, though. Batted away by Groves. Well, actually, he just lost it. He just lost it himself and falls out of bounds.
I'm not a big fan of the Euro step. I'm not in that situation. You got to keep the ball tight and get you an easy bucket with two hands. Make sure it's secure. The Euro step's kind of cute, especially in games like this where people are just running at you full speed.
So true. Very true. Like to see him go up, draw some contact there, and maybe try and come away with three. Either way, Beach does retain possession. And this is Reed for three. That one falls short, but Tyrese Bellamy picks up the rebound. Hughie drives it in, blocked by Colonel.
Colonel, he's holding it down. He's definitely holding it down. He's making it real hard for Beach to penetrate and get easy buckets at the rim.
It's the third or fourth big block we've seen in this game so far. And that from three is Kari Manning driving it home there for the Groves Rebels. Now pushes it to a 21-9 lead.
If you're Beach, you don't want this to get out of hand.
Nah, Beach needs something here. Pushes it over to Hughie. Hughie from three. That one rims out too strong. and Singleton comes out with it for Groves. Good steal there by Larry Johnson as Singleton tried to cross over. Now Johnson gets it back, drives in.
That's
And
definitely a blocking.
yeah, contact there. Singleton tried to get to it, tried to draw that charge a little late, still moving a little bit, but good effort at the end of the day. 21-9 lead, and they are going to have the continuation there as well. So Larry Johnson going to the line for 2.
Well, if you're Beach, you have to capitalize on these free throws. Your offense isn't doing you any justice tonight as far as shooting from the 3. Also, do what you just did. Drive, get an easy foul, get some easy buckets at the free throw line. It's just 11, possibly a 10-point game. That's nothing. Both of these teams can score. It's a low-scoring game, but you got to play off your defense as well. Both teams are kind of scoring off their defense.
Drew, the second one too strong. 21-10 here, 11-point lead for Groves. Akeem Johnson throws it to the top. That one almost thrown away, and now, oh no, still able to retain possession there is Kenya Williams. Goes over all the way to the left. That's Manning for 3. Oh, and that one felt good from him, but batted away here. Beach had it for a second, but batted back to Groves. A big block again. That time it was Huggy with a huge block for Beach.
That's the type of stops you need right there.
That's the 4th or 5th block we've seen of the night. Go back and hit the wall back there. Some exciting defensive play so far, and this is Colonel from point blank.
A lot of points on that board. You love the hustle, you love the energy as far as rebounding, but he's leaving a lot of points on the board right now.
And at the end of the day, there's sometimes there's just games like that. It is what it is. It seems like you could be put above the rim and it's just not going in. And right now, that's just how it is. They're getting some good shots for him there down low. Just got to be able to finish.
It drives a coach crazy, but at the same time, you don't want to take him out because on the other end, he's getting rebounds, he's getting blocks. He's doing everything else but putting the ball in the hoop. I'm sure the second half, they'll clean that up in the locker room and he'll get it together.
Yuggy down low. Tries to go up for the reverse, but I believe that's going to be 2 shots. So a little bit of a continuation here. I thought for sure that was just going to be on the floor, but ends up going up to the line. And, I think at the end of the day, Shamari Huggy has just said, all right, you guys are going to have to stop me from getting to the rack. Like you were talking about, when you have that man-to-man defense that's very, very aggressive, and Groves is fast enough to recover, don't get me wrong, but if you can just get past that first man, a lot of times there's an opportunity to find someone else down low or just take it to the rack yourself, maybe even draw a foul.
Yeah, if a defense is aggressive, you got to play to them being aggressive. Slow them down when you get to the rack. Create a little contact on your own to get you a foul at the foul line and trying to make it easy free throws. But it feels like it's a 20-point game. It's just a 10-point game right now.
That's it?
It is. It's still a game. It's still a ball game. This is not a blowout. This is still a close game. And, Beach has to get back into it.
And they will here again. A steal that time and puts it up, but no good is Jakari Brown. Groves comes away with it, though. This is Flags. Pushes it to the left. Manning from about the same spot he hit from before, but that one a little too strong. Now Larry Johnson pushing it for Beach. Blocked away, but there's a foul.
Might have been contact before that block, but, the intimidation factor is definitely there. It might have been, contact before that block, but the intimidation factor is there. But once again, like we just talked about 2-3 seconds ago, get to the rack, get some foul calls. That's going to frustrate them.
Absolutely, yeah, without a doubt. So now, Larry Johnson at the top for 2, and at the end of the day, too, there's going to be good things that happen from going to the rack. You look up, and Groves all of a sudden has 6 fouls, really close to the bonus, and also you got the big man racking up those fouls as well. The sooner you can get him out of the game, if that's possible, the better, obviously, for possible trips down low. In the future later in the ball game. So 8-point lead now, 21-13. Beach coming out with a full court press.
And a 1-3-1 press right now that might give them fits. They get another turnover. Got to capitalize now.
Huggy with the steal there and misses that one from the layup. It was contested, but still got to come away with those kind of points. This is Colonel, and it drives to the left hand, can't finish. Larry Johnson picks it back up, and that's going to be a foul.
And now they're going to shoot free throws.
Yep.
Now they're going for a one-and-one. I will say this: at the beginning of the quarter, with about 6 minutes left, the foul count was 4-0. Now it's 4-7.
Yep.
Now Beach, instead of getting buckets on the offensive end in the half court set, you're getting kind of easy buckets at the free throw line, what we call free points. Now you could cut this into a 6-point game. You go into halftime feeling like, okay, it's good. We lost our coach. We haven't been able to miss shots, but we're just down 6 points. And you can't get mad at that.
No, not at all. Like I said, getting pushed to the 1-and-1 as well. That foul on Ikeen Johnson, if you're keeping track at home of the fouls there. And Larry Johnson puts the first one in. 7-point lead for Groves now changes to a 6-point lead, 21-15.
And great timeout.
Groves going to come with a timeout, and seeing that lead evaporate a little bit. Still 6 points for the Rebels, but we'll be right back here after hearing from Geechie Rootz.
Joey and Naomi shows. We've brought our African style and influence to Tanger outlets in Kool, Georgia.
Geechie Rootz has authentic African clothing, jewelry, and accessories for men, women, and children. Check out our vibrant dresses, traditional dashikis, homemade body butters, body oils, and more. Quality products at an affordable price. Visit Geechie Rootz at the Tanger outlet in Pooler today or shop online at GeechieRoots.com.
And welcome back, ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week. PJ Zuko, Cam Mercery here with you. As Groves with the 21-15 lead over Beach. Beach mounting a slow but sure comeback after being down by 12 earlier in the quarter. 1:20 to go here in the first half. That one batted away by Beach. Flags tried to catch it and get it back in before stepping out of bounds, but couldn't. So Groves with another forced turnover. Beach with another forced turnover of Groves here. That the defense has come up big in getting them back in this ball game.
I'm definitely impressed with Beach. They're turning their defense into offense. Not getting much in the half-court set, but their defense is amazing right now.
This is Brown, pushes it up. He was looking for contact, but nothing there. Colonel comes with the rebound, and it's 1 minute to go here in the first half.
Dribble handoff action.
Tremaine Johnson now holding it here at the top. 51 seconds to go here in the quarter. And Johnson batted away again, but that one falls right down to Manning, I believe that was. Look down at the sheet to try and give credit to the block and didn't see who put it back up.
Oh, Colonel.
Colonel, there you go.
Put it back up.
And that one batted away for Groves, and getting after it down the court is Ikeen Johnson and Jaquiri Brown. Johnson going to come away with it, though, for Groves. 26 seconds to go. 8-point lead here for the Rebels. And switching the inbounder here to Tremaine Johnson. Good finish by Colonel. That might get him going. Sometimes a little easy one can, just get you back in that rhythm.
That's the one he needed, because he's left a lot of food on the table, and you don't like doing that at any household, on the court, anywhere. You don't like leaving food on the table, but I'm glad he was able to finish that one. He's
down
been
to
working.
7 seconds to go. 5 seconds to go. This is Johnson on the left. Gets it down to Colonel, pushes it back out. Ikeen Johnson, he's got to shoot it. You don't get a shot off.
He's livid.
Absolutely, and you can't blame him very much. You have the ball for the last 26 seconds. The last 26 seconds of the half, and you can't get a shot off, and had the opportunity as well for an open shot there. And it's one of those interesting things there where you have a moment where you're pushing it around, you're trying to get that ball movement, and it's almost like you get in a rhythm too much of passing the basketball, and you want to make sure you take the best shot available. But when you have 2 seconds left, you got to pull the trigger.
Coach was livid. That was great ball movement. You've been kind of doing it all game. Great ball movement, having the defense move around. And they waited the last 26 seconds to get that last shot. And you got the shot that you wanted if you're Groves. And you have to capitalize off of that. And they just didn't. And as you saw, Coach, he was livid. He was really livid.
Right, absolutely. And certainly understandable. But either way, he's not livid about this. Halftime, Groves goes in with a 23-15 lead. Had a lot. I mean, for a game that's only 23-15, you had a lot happen in that first half. Probably the most notable thing so far is you look over at the Beach Bulldogs sideline and you don't see Simon Hayward. Had an instance there where James Leach gets a big block on Gerald Colonel. And, of course, at Colonel being 6'8", anytime you're able to block him, you kind of want to talk to him a little
Yeah.
bit about it, right? Well, there was a foul called on the play. You had Leach talking to Colonel. You also had Coach Hayward, talking to the ref. And I'm not sure what he said, but it was very quick. And just at the start of the second quarter, you have almost immediately the coach kind of tossed out with the double tech. So again, we're all the way over here. Not sure exactly what was said there, but very quick, if you ask me, with kind of keeping them on a tight rope, if you ask me. So either way, you have that happen. Beach, though, responds. Groves pushes it out to an 11-point lead. Groves able to come back, or Groves, pushes it out to the 11-point lead. Beach is able to get it back within 6. So even with their coach thrown out, sometimes that can energize the team a little bit. Either way, Beach has done a good job of responding to that.
Oh, definitely. Credit to Beach. Most of the time when you lose your head coach, you kind of go into frenzy and you don't know what might happen. You might lose the lead by 20 points. You might go down by 20, 30 points. No, they cut.
Especially with how Groves was playing at that
especially with
point.
how Groves is playing. They're playing disciplined, sound basketball, moving the ball, playing good defense, sliding their feet. But credit to Beach. They say we're going to stick to our philosophy. We know what our coach wants us to do. Whether he's here or not, he knows what we want to do. He knows what we're supposed to do. And we know what he wants us to do. You come out here, you cut the lead down to 6 off of free throws and your defense, and now you're back into it. It's just an 8-point game at halftime. You let the tip-in goal from Colonel happen towards the end of the half. But outside of that, if you're Groves, you're excited because you're winning by 8 points on the road against Beach, who you've already beaten before. It's hard to beat a team twice in one season. We've heard that cliche. But if you're Beach, you also got to look yourself in the mirror and say, we haven't hit any shots yet at all, point blank period. Now we're only down 8. Let's come out here and hit some shots. We're playing on all home rims, and let's get this W and avenge our first loss of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we were talking about there, Groves with the 8-point lead here, playing very well in spurts, I feel like. Started off the game very strongly. Defense comes up big. You have some big shots, but then you have a little bit of a lull where you're throwing away the basketball a little bit too much. Have a couple answers, though, there late in the first half. But just some guys I think are playing really well. Akeem Johnson, there, number one, able to finish some from the rim as well. Tremaine Johnson on the defensive end especially is all over the place. He turned that into points a couple times. And Jaquan Singleton, I'll tell you what, him and Gerald Colonel are playing very, very well down low, and I think doing their respective jobs very well. Colonel with the few blocks, and he's got to be able to finish better on the offensive side. But what he kind of, I guess, isn't able to do offensively, Singleton has been able to do, even on some of those misses where you say, oh, you got to have that. Singleton had it with the rebound and the putback. So just some guys for Groves I feel like are playing really well, and obviously gives them the lead so far.
Oh, yeah. My players from the half from Groves are everybody.
Yeah,
everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to just pick one. I mean, you have a Kari Manning even hitting the threes from outside.
So I'm going to pick them all. I've heard a great quote from my old high school coach. You just play what you see. You play how you look. They came into the gym. They looked aggressive. They looked apart. When everybody's playing with the same energy and same vibe, it spreads. It's like a disease. It spreads. And right now, their disease is energy and winning right now.
Yeah.
And that's a good disease to happen. And I would give Groves credit as far as, just coming out here and just playing team ball. They're moving the ball around. They're patient. Great team defense. Kind of got a little antsy with the fouling at the end of the second quarter. But other than that, there's no complaints you can have as being the coach, other than maybe turn down the turnovers just a little bit.
Right, absolutely. And you look conversely, 15 points at the half, down by 8. And I feel like Beach, some guys for them have played very well. Also, you have James Leach, with some big blocks on the defensive end. I believe he has some notable possessions offensively as well. But, I mean, at the end of the day, kind of the guards for this team are really pushing them forward so far. You have Larry Johnson with some big free throws and some big possessions. There you have Chandler Reed as well, who's kind of managing the offense. But, as we said, the offense almost every time is going to run through Shamari Huggy, who's been big, has hit some mid-range shots, has gone down low and forced some fouls and things like that to get Groves into foul trouble. So they're only down by 8 for a reason. And Shamari Huggy, I feel like one of those big reasons, but some of the other guys doing some good things too.
Yeah, Huggy is my player of the half, not because of how much he scored and the production on the stat sheet, but it's the eye test. I tell people it's the eye test and what you want to see out of a basketball player. And what he's brought to the game, he brought the intensity off rip the Beach. you score the first points, you out there, get into the free throw line, do whatever it is for your team to win. And he's my player to have. Everybody on Beach, I think, is playing well. It's as far as what we talked about 2 weeks ago. The energy is there. Now, can you execute and put that into points in a W today? That's the big question.
Absolutely. At the half, it's Groves 23, Beach 15. And we'll come back in just a few minutes here for the start of the second half. I want to thank a few of our sponsors along the way for making this possible. First of all, Grainger Honda, Savannah's only and now 9-time President's Award winning dealership. The President's Award is the highest customer service award that a Honda dealership can receive. Find out more at GraingerHonda.com, and we'll leave you with a few more here as Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings has something for you.
After a day of the hottest sports in town, sometimes you just gotta unwind.
Yeah, Kevin, and the perfect place to do it, Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
That's because Kool Vibes offers delicious pizza, wings, sandwiches, and salads, all with a Jamaican Caribbean island twist.
And the atmosphere is 100% kicked back. No worries, man.
Plus, they're the home of the Oxtail Pizza.
Kool Vibes Pizza, 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. That's KoolVibesPizza.com. Kool with a K.
Come on and unwind at Kool Vibes.
Joey and Naomi shows. We've brought our African style and influence to Tanger outlets in Kool, Georgia.
Geechie Rootz has authentic African clothing, jewelry, and accessories for men, women, and children. Check out our vibrant dresses, traditional dashikis, homemade body butters, body oils, and more. Quality products at an affordable price. Visit Geechie Rootz at the Tanger outlet in Pooler today or shop online at GeechieRoots.com.
I'm Kenny Grainger from Cash and Carry. We're a family-owned business right here in Savannah. We have sections of vehicles that really make it all simple. You'll get a printout of where the vehicle's at, the color of the vehicle. We really want them to be able to come in the yard and find out right where they need to be. The average savings would be at least 70, 80, could be even 90% compared to original manufactured parts. So you can come to a place like Cash and Carry and find the parts that you need at an extremely reasonable price. We'd love for you to come check us out.
And we're back here with you on the campus of Beach as the Bulldogs trail the Groves Rebels 23-15 here at the start of the third quarter. This is Colonel down low, out to Manning in the corner, drives in for two, and that one no good. Beach comes away with the rebound, and that's how we start the second half here with an 8-point lead for Groves. That one batted away as Huggy was going up for the two. Beach going to retain possession here. 7:34 to go in the third quarter. In the corner, that's Reed. Throws it down low. And that one batted around a little bit. Grove's going to come away with it. That was Bellamy with a missed layup there. And this is Tremaine Johnson. Drives in with the floater, the finger roll, excuse me. Able to finish in there amongst the trees. The lead now 10.
That's really nice. That's really nice. That's something Beach kind of is missing right now. A guy that can dribble, penetrate, and get an easy layup like that. It's kind of what Beach is missing as they throw up a wild shot, and Groves is back in transition.
Larry Johnson for 2 there. Like you said, a little too much. Not sure if Leach got a hand on that one or not, but Colonel misses down low, and Huggy comes out with the rebound. Shamari, Huggy, double teamed at the top. Tremaine Johnson going to come away with it. Goes up for the easy 2, and now the lead back to 12 for Groves.
If you're Beach, you might need a timeout right here and get the troops together. That was a quick 4 points. Turnovers coming out, bad shot at the other end.
Exactly.
Let's see if we can get something on offense right here.
And this is Huggy pushing it back out to Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson for 3. Doesn't get it, but Leach with the rebound and the putback.
A lot of size on the court right now, but they definitely needed that putback because I thought things were about to get out of hand, but credit the Beach for just sticking to it.
Pulls it back within 10. This is Akeem Johnson. Looked for 3, but instead passes up on it. Now down low to Colonel. Colonel not able to get it to go again. Kind of rolls off the back of the rim.
Still missing that soft touch that he's looking for right now. That's about 4 or 5 easy post hooks he's left on the table.
There he
Still
goes.
kind of looking for that soft touch.
Yeah, big defensive rebound there as Beach went for the floater and nothing doing. So 27-17 here, 5:40 to go in the third.
This is what I love right here. This is what I love. You're up 10. What are you rushing for? Make them play to your advantage. You run your offensive sets and see if you can get a great shot.
And that, a 3, not necessarily a great shot. Either way, Tremaine Johnson wanted to heat check a little bit and comes away to Beach. Larry Johnson. Ooh, and the putback dunk by James Leach.
Dunk. Nice dribble penetration, even though he didn't finish. Nice putback dunk.
That's it.
Okay, you got to get out of
Akeem
transition.
Johnson
if
couldn't
you're
find
Beach.
it there with the reverse. And James Leach certainly influenced that shot as well. You see the athleticism. He's not only tall and kind of lanky, he can get up there as well. And we've seen that impact the ball on each of the last 2 possessions for the Beach Bulldogs.
Now, if you're a Beach, you're in no rush. You're in no rush at all. Just get a nice quality shot. You're in no rush. That's a shot I'll take right there, though. That's a good shot.
For sure. Yeah.
Even though they came off of a turnover, almost a turnover, but that's still a good shot. A wide open mid range. You just got to execute and make your shots now.
That's it. Ball just kind of found its way to Bellamy there. He said, ooh, a gift, piece of candy, and I couldn't come away with the points, though. 8-point lead now, back to where we were at halftime for Groves. 27-19, 4:20 to go here in the third quarter.
Just great patience by Groves. Great patience. Feed the ball in the low post. See what you can do.
This is Jaquan Singleton and
I just
dribble.
don't know if that's the person you feed down low.
Right. Now, understandable. I mean, you have Colonel who hasn't been able to come away with some of the easier shots around the rim, so instead you go to Singleton. And maybe you kind of like to see from your big guys a little bit quicker of a move, kind of dribbled a little bit too much there and ended up losing it. Certainly gave the guard opportunity to come down and influence his play a little bit as well. Either way, Beach now comes away with the ball. 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. Huggy at the top.
Seeing some patience from Beach right now, but you're also seeing a 1-2-2 kind of zone from Groves. Still that disguise man-to-man. That's a nice shot. Nice elevation.
A good turnaround jumper from Leach. Didn't come away with the points there, but Manning pushing it. Spinning and now back out for Groves, and he hits. Like you said, that a few feet back from the three-point line. That's Philip Bing. First time he's getting on the stat sheet tonight, but a huge 3 there from Bing. And just like that, Groves right back up by double digits and 11 points, 30-19.
That kind of hurts Beach right there. You didn't expect them to hit that kind of NBA range 3, but man, if you're Beach, you got to get better shots right now. You're not hitting mid-range. You're not hitting threes. You got to get the ball to the rack. Groves is not necessarily getting their way out in this league. They're kind of in their own way offensively with kind of like the miscues and the turnovers. If you're Beach, you got to capitalize and cut this down at least by 5 before the end of the quarter.
Absolutely, yeah. Jaquan Singleton as well came to the bench, kind of hurting, and just had him walk out. So not sure what's happening there with Singleton, but looked like he was a little banged up. Beach turns it over there. You had the pass from Saxon to Todd Post, who's finding himself on the court for the first time tonight, and the pass a little bit too high and goes out of bounds. So Groves with an 11-point lead and looking to capitalize on the most recent turnover. This Bing from the corner. What a pass that was, and goes off the front of the rim. But Groves, it's still bouncing around. Now comes to Beach.
Got to capitalize.
And Larry Johnson pushing it down low. You had the Euro step. This time it works. And Johnson able to finish.
Johnson kind of using his length, just getting down the court in like 2-3 dribbles. Maybe that's the guy you use going down the stretch on transition buckets, getting to the rack. He looks like he's the only one that right now tonight that can finish at the rim consistently for the Beach Bulldogs. So use him to his advantage while you can, and maybe everybody else hop on board.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're seeing a couple long passes here for Groves. That the pressure by Beach getting ramped up defensively with that full court pressure. Kind of anytime they get down by more than 10, you see that full court pressure ramp up, and it's really working well every time they go to it. You got to be able to break that press with that passing, but you're looking for shorter passes than that, obviously, to be able to do it. That one, Saxon rims out from 3. A big block by Colonel again. And now Larry Johnson still with the ball, getting harassed by that Groves defense. Colonel now picks him up on the baseline, and he's double teamed in the corner, in trouble. Coach going to come away with a timeout, but still had to burn it. And Groves is pumped as they should be with the kind of defense we saw right there from the Rebels. A 9-point lead here for Groves. It's 30-21. We have a 30-second timeout here. I want to take the time to thank Grainger Honda. Grainger Honda, Savannah's only and now 9-time President's Award winning dealership. The President's Award is the highest customer service award that a Honda dealership can receive. Find out more at GraingerHonda.com. PJ Zuko, Cam Mercery back here with you on the campus of the Beach Bulldogs as Beach trailing Groves right now 30-21. And that pressure by Groves defensively is huge, even in the half court. And you saw Beach having to burn that timeout. Certainly not what you wanted to do. But, the Bulldogs still happy to have possession. But, man, that defense is ramping up for Groves.
Yeah, you got to get your best player help in the corner right now. When he's in the corner like that, I said it earlier at the half. I said earlier in the first quarter, you have to stay out those corners if you're the Beach Bulldogs. That you're asking for trouble when you get in the corner, especially with a team like this who's jumping at the passing lanes, trying to get loose balls, trying to get steals to create turnovers and get out on the other end in the offensive transition. You got to stay out those corners and hit your free throws like they're doing right now.
Yeah, you have Leach drive in there and some contact as he was about to gather and go up from Colonel. I didn't think it was enough, honestly, to call the foul, but either way, Leach able to hit his first free throw. Second one rims out. So, again, right back to an 8-point lead here for Groves. Now, full court pressure from Beach.
That 1-2-2 press, trying to speed them up just a little bit, but you leave those corners wide open for dribble penetration.
That's it, and that's exactly what they went to. Now over to Colonel, who's able to finish off the back of the rim there, dribbles in, and 32-22. That's Flags almost coming away with the steal, but instead I think it's going to stay here with the Beach Bulldogs after a foul. I believe that was on Ikeen Johnson. 1:39 here left to go in the quarter.
I remember at Media Day earlier this year covering both of these teams. They respect each other, but they do not like each other. They're trying to beat they don't. They're trying to beat each other. It commends to them for competing. We see full court pressure right here, man to man, just full court. And if I'm the ref, I'm not calling that. I'm not calling that one. That's great defense. You got to respect the man picking you up 94 feet, getting you to slide. You can't make that call in this type of game.
That was touchy. Last couple of fouls to me have been a little touchy for sure, but Sydney Flags all over the ball handler there and Chandler Reed. Larry Johnson breaks it this time. This is Todd Post. Surprised that wasn't a travel. I didn't see a dribble, but either way, Larry Johnson now on the ground. Ikeen Johnson comes away with it. And Johnson kind of slow to get up on the other end, but Groves taking advantage of that. That's Flags with the open three, not able to put that one down, and another foul here. Yeah, you have Larry Johnson, who's been a big part of this team for the Beach Bulldogs, kind of walking off. You saw him jump down, get the ball. I'm not sure. He kind of landed on it, I think, and then had someone land on top of him. Maybe you have a just kind of air taken out of your situation. Hopefully you have that, but didn't really see any limping, so just kind of banged up.
With him being out, though, you can see Groves might try to ramp up that pressure and take this lead. Johnson's been the primary ball handler, been the best player for the Beach Bulldogs, and now you could possibly see Groves ramp it up, or you could see Beach respond and say, okay, let's pick up our injured comrade and, get this W.
And you have Shamari Huggy there, kind of a wild pass. As we've seen, not only able to hit some shots, but also have some great passes from Huggy here so far. That not one of them as it goes out of bounds and gives it right back to the Groves Rebels. Now 45 seconds to go. Almost a steal there by Reed, but Flag's able to come up with it. Or Johnson, able to come up with it for Groves. Now over to Sydney Flags. Rotates it back up to the top, and now over to Tremaine Johnson. To the corner now. This is Manning for three and hits again. Huge shot by Kari Manning, pushing the lead up to 13. This is the biggest lead we've seen tonight.
Oh, yeah, it's the biggest lead we've seen tonight, and it might get out of hand. Beach is not able to, really put any points on the board, and now Groves is kind of heating up on offense just a little bit.
Chandler Reed with a step back. That one looked like it was all the way in and then came out.
That's a really tough shot.
Hugs with a steal. 4 seconds left on the clock. Goes straight to the rack and one with 3 seconds to go here in the quarter. Huggy able to finish there at the rim.
They needed that one desperately. They needed that one. I don't know if Groves would have extended this lead, maybe to 15 or 16, it would have got out of hand. They needed that one. Now you close it to a 10-point game. But again, when are you going to kind of get that lead and, tighten that gap to 4 or 5 points where you can be in striking distance to kind of take this game over with 1 or 2 shots?
Absolutely. No, like you said, that a big turnaround. You have the steal and no hesitation either. You love to see that. Just putting his head straight down. We talked about it earlier. Some Euro steps and things like that have cost some points, I believe, on those fast breaks, but puts his head right down, beats the clock to the rim, and hits the free throw as well. Now 3 seconds to go here. Sydney Flags pushing it with a half-court shot for Flags. Ooh, and that looked like it was online for a second. But with a 10-point lead, Groves will head into the fourth quarter here from the campus of Beach. But I want to thank Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings for all they do. Let's hear from them here.
After a day of the hottest sports in town, sometimes you just gotta unwind.
Yeah, Kevin, and the perfect place to do it, Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
That's because Kool Vibes offers delicious pizza, wings, sandwiches, and salads, all with a Jamaican Caribbean island twist.
And the atmosphere is 100% kicked back. No worries, man.
Plus, they're the home of the Oxtail Pizza.
Kool Vibes Pizza, 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. That's KoolVibesPizza.com. Kool with a K.
Come on and unwind at Kool Vibes.
DJ Zuko, Cam Ursery back here with you on the campus of the Beach Bulldogs, and Beach trailing Groves right now 35-25, but can they bring some momentum from the end of the quarter into the fourth here? We'll see, as Groves has held a pretty solid kind of 5, 6 to 10-point lead for most of this second half, got pushed up to 13. You got to respect Beach in the fight they have. Every time it's looked like it's started to stretch out to a bigger lead, Beach has been able to claw back into it.
Now what you might see from Groves is just slowing the game down, trying to extend Beach's pressure and then dribble, penetrate, and just try to get this game over.
Like we said, the first time these teams played this year, it finished in the 40s, and it's right on track to kind of finish the same way. Now pushing out to the right, this is Singleton back in the game. We'd love to see that, as he was banged up just in the third quarter. James Leach rotates over with a huge block, but that going to be a foul there on Leach. So Singleton to the line for 2.
Fouls like that happen because you go to the basket and you're not looking for contact. You're looking to get a bucket.
Mm-hmm.
And I respect that from a ref. Yeah, it may have been a block, but you went in there with intent to get a bucket to get fouled.
Yep.
And that's what you got to respect as a ref. That's why the foul was called. Now can you execute at the free throw line and hit these free throws?
Absolutely. Because like you said, I mean, you go in there looking for contact. Probably the contact doesn't come, and you also get blocked, right? So good job by him going straight to the rim, and a solid block by Leach. But either way, that's going to stay a 10-point lead here with Singleton missing both free throws. Now Larry Johnson pushing it to the left. He gets undercut as he goes up for the mid-range 2-point jumper, and now Johnson goes to the line for 2. that one, I mean, you understand. Yeah, you have really no opportunity. You go up. If he would have hit that shot, that would have been insane as he's getting pushed to the left underneath the basket and just kind of getting his legs completely taken out from under him.
Yeah, absolutely. And once again, the score could be single digits. You could cut it to 8 points right here, or possibly 9 now he misses that free throw.
The rim's out there. That's one thing. It was notable last week and kind of notable tonight. Some big missed free throws so far this evening by both teams. But either way, 7:29 to go here in the fourth. And Larry Johnson puts that one up. That rim's out. So 4 straight missed free throws from 2 from each team. Groves coming down with a rebound. Full court pressure here from Beach. Looking for someone to pass it to. Gets it up across half court. And with a 2-point jumper is
nice.
Kenya Williams.
That's nice. That's a nice pull-up. Something Groves needed after missing those 2 free throws. Now can Beach respond?
And that was insanely fluid as well. I mean, he just said, listen, the defense isn't recovering fast enough. I have this wide open. Let me take this. Slowed it down, didn't rush it at all, and ends up coming up with the finish. 12-point lead here for Groves now, pushing it. This is Williams again and blocked again by James Leach. So many huge blocks this evening, and Beach has benefited from a lot of those. Now a jumper from Huggy doesn't go, and this is Tremaine Johnson pushing it for Groves. Out to the corner, and Colonel gets the pass off to Akeem Johnson, not able to come away with the layup, and now bodies flying all over the place. Akeem Johnson finds it again, pushes it back up to Colonel, and Groves resets. Man, what a wild sequence that was for both these teams. Now down low, this is Colonel with a little floater.
There goes that touch right when you need it in the fourth quarter. We talked about it earlier. If he could find that touch, this is a ball game, and he finally found that touch right there. That's 2 actually nice around the baskets for him.
He's been looking for it all night and able to find it here, right, like you said, in the most important time, but not for Groves, right? I mean, as Huggy, right as I'm about to say this lead kind of getting pushed out of hand, Huggy comes back and hits the big 2-point shot in the lane and comes away with the foul. So lead was 14, now back down to 12, 39-27 here with an opportunity for another point from the line.
Yeah, Beach is kind of teetering on. Are we going to cut this lead to 8? Are we going to let it go to 14 and cut it back down to single digits? You got to find the rhythm in the fourth quarter. You got to make this late push. It's now or never. This ball game is going to be over.
Well, yeah, absolutely. 5:56 to go, and a missed free throw there. So lead still 12, and Groves, like you said, they're going to churn this clock as well. We've seen both these teams be extremely patient, even with pressure. And just as I'm saying that again, you have a lot of those broadcaster curses this evening. As right when you say something great, they end up dribbling it out of bounds, and Beach comes away with it. So the Bulldogs come away with a turnover they need. Shamari Huggy, drives in, finishes there in the lane, and pushes it back. Brings it back.
Travel, but that's still nice. No call. You got to love it. But now let's see if Beach can get a couple of turnovers and stops on defense to, close this gap.
Groves has found the passing lanes here as well through that pressure.
Nice
and
pass.
Yep, Colonel with the pass back to Manning. Blocked again, though. 2-hand block there from James Leach. Larry Johnson gets out and runs, goes to the basket, and
that should be a flagrant. I don't know if he was in front of him, and I think that's what it is. It's a flagrant foul right on cue.
Yeah, I would believe so. I mean, like you said, he got in front of him, went up to finish it, and kind of wrapped all around him to be able to force the. That's the thing. I'm all for. This is gonna sound bad for a second, but I'm all for going up and fouling a guy, but contest the shot. You have to contest. You can't just go up and hack him or anything like we saw Grayson Allen or anything like that. Right, the other night in the NBA, you can't have that. But of course, you got to go up with some sort of intent to come away with the ball and to make the shot as hard as possible.
Now, obviously, it wasn't malicious. We know that.
No.
And that's why, profound respect. Yeah. But it's a great call by the refs. It's called as far as calling it a flagrant foul. Now, if you're at Beach, you have to capitalize on these two because if you make this free throw, you get the ball back as well. It counts as a tech. Right. So you get the ball back as well. If you make this free throw, you're down 8. You get another bucket, you may be down 6 or 5. And that's the push. This is the break you need. But you got to capitalize and execute now.
For sure. And a 9-point lead here. Larry Johnson with another free throw, and that one rims out. So
free throws are killer. They got to practice these at practice. I know these are two great coaches, but they got to practice these a little bit more at practice, especially in crucial games like this. Free throws are the turning point in big games.
We have some of those things that we've always heard, right? The Shaq and Dwight Howard are great at free throws in practice, but you get them in a game and there's something different. So I'm not sure maybe if it's a part of that as well. Either way, Chandler Reed with a step back and finishes there from mid-range. So a 7-point lead now, and Beach out with the pressure again. Groves passes it well, though, breaks the press, and Ikeen Johnson not able to finish there with a layup. Just like that, we have a 7-point lead, and Beach has the ball. Huggy pulls up from three. Ooh, and that one looked like it was good, but it wasn't. Colonel now pushing and fouled by Huggy, but going to go to the line here for two.
That's actually a great foul because I don't know if we've seen him shoot free throws tonight.
True. I don't think so either.
That might be a great foul depending on if he goes 1 out of 2, that's a great foul. You just saved you a point. If he goes out 0 out of 2, that's the dream scenario.
Right. And this is where, it's situational, right? Where Beach, you're fighting for every single point on both sides, so you have to foul that. Now, you go back to the flagrant that we just saw a few seconds ago. You have 11, 12-point lead. You can play with that. You can let 2 points go without having to come away with that flagrant foul, but instead you see the flagrant foul, a big swing, and now still a 7-point lead after Colonel misses the free throws. Beach going to retain possession there. So
if you're Beach, you're fortunate right there, but you have to protect the ball. You're making a run now. This is your run. You was just down, 13, 14 points? Now you're down 7. This is your run. Get a bucket right here. Make it a 4-point game, and that's the run we was talking about. It's still 4 minutes left. This is a long game right now.
And that blocked by Colonel again, but able to come away with it down low is Bellamy, and he's fouled by Singleton.
Wow. Now the real question is, can they go to the free throw line and knock down these free throws? They've been missing them. I want to say you had the stat. I want to say they were 1-6 in their last 6 free throw attempts.
Yeah.
You're leaving a lot of money on the table. I know you don't like leaving money on the table.
Right.
I don't. They're leaving a lot of money on the table right now.
Absolutely. This is Bellamy. They're able to finish the first one. 6-point lead here for Groves, 39-33. 4:26 left to go in the ballgame.
Let's see if they can cut it to 5 points. This is the dream scenario for Beach. You've been down all game, been fighting back, and now you're cutting it to 5 points. Those are big-time free throws right there.
Tyrese Bellamy comes away with both. Now 5-point lead. Colonel pushes it over to Sidney Flags. Flags throws it away.
Oh, wow. If you're head coach, if you're Groves right now, you might need to call a timeout. You might need one.
And you see it from Kari Manning right there as his guys come back, leading this team, saying, guys, calm down, kind of pushing his hands to the floor. Calm down. We got a 5-point lead. Let's keep it. We don't need to see. I mean, that was a wild pass, just left-handed, kind of over the top of the head. The guy was wide open, but still, you got to be able to put a solid pass onto him. This is Chandler.
Nice.
Oh, man,
They're
Chandler
back.
Reed
They're
with
back.
the floater with the right. And just like that, 39-36, 3-point
Have us a ball
lead.
game.
Colonel pushes it over to the right. This is Tremaine Johnson, goes right to the rack. And I thought he finished for sure. Thought he finished, but once again, we've seen a few of those tonight where they are all the way down and they come out. Chandler Reed pushing it. Timeout, Beach.
Oh, I don't know if I call a timeout if I'm Beach right there. I don't know. They're on a run. You got to be out in transition, try to get an easy bucket.
Either way, that's a full timeout here. Excuse me. They took a half timeout here. Let's hear from Geechie Rootz.
Joey and Naomi shows. We've brought our African style and influence to Tanger outlets in Kool, Georgia.
Geechie Rootz has authentic African clothing, jewelry, and accessories for men, women, and children. Check out our vibrant dresses, traditional dashikis, homemade body butters, body oils, and more. Quality products at an affordable price. Visit Geechie Rootz at the Tanger outlet in Pooler today or shop online at GeechieRoots.com.
Back here with the ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week. PJ Zuko, Cam Ursery here with you. 3-point lead for Groves. Chandler Reed pushes it back up to the top to Leach. Now Larry Johnson drives in, goes up for two. Is that going to be a block? It is.
Oh, yes. In the imaginary restriction section that they have in high school, the invisible restriction section, that is a blocking foul. I wish he would have finished that layup. It would have made it a 1-point game, possibly could tie it up. But if you can't complain if you're Beach right now.
Yeah.
You was just down 14. Now he makes oh man,
Larry
his
Johnson
free throws are killer.
missing the first free throw there. Like you said, the ref kind of talking to the coach there, saying he did slide in and little late. Johnson able to hit the free throw, though. 39-37, 3:30 to go in the ball game. This was a 14-point lead for Groves just, I think, 2 minutes ago.
Yep, just on the 12-0 run now. 12-0 run. Let's see if Groves can respond against Beach's run. They're taking it to the rack every time. Whoa. Wow. I don't know. Man. Oof,
it looked like he was
call.
established there for a pretty long time. So James Leach going to come away with a foul. And Ikeen Johnson going right. I mean, there was no mistake about his intention there. He was going to the rim, and he wasn't being stopped.
He wasn't pulling up either.
No.
He was going straight to the – he was going to the – but he's been like that the last couple of
Yeah,
tapes.
true.
He's just missed, easy layups and left, money on the table. But if he can knock down these free throws, you could kind of redeem a couple of those misses with these 2 free throws right here to put your team up 4 or possibly put your team up 3. But you don't want to go empty at the free throw line this time.
We talked about free throws for the past 10 minutes, I feel like, but they're just that important and have come up so big in this ball game, have allowed, Beach to go on this little bit of a run, and that rims out again, 39-37, still your ball game here. 3:18 to go in the fourth.
And this is, attrition kicking in, fatigue kicking in. Can you make free throws when you're tired? Can you make free throws in big games? Free throws matter in big games. I know it's something that's not popular to the kids now or people that hoop, but free throws are big. I think it's the biggest shot in basketball, especially if you're a scorer.
Yep, rims out there for Ikeen Johnson. 2 missed free throws there at the line. Huggy spins in, trying to finish. He does.
Oh, my goodness. They've tied the ball game up.
And that's Raquan Singleton again. Singleton coming away with a foul. I feel like that could have been either one. Maybe got him with the body.
Shifted.
Yeah, and Huggy finishing there at the top. Maybe got him with the body there. That's really the only way I can see the foul. 39-39.
Is that his fifth?
Not sure. What are we seeing here? Hold on.
He's getting subbed out.
Well, I mean, we have an instance here as well. No, okay. All right. Well, 3:10 to go in the ball game, and we have tied up at game there. Excuse me, by the way. We have someone getting taken out of the gym at the request of a referee. So that kind of taking away from the excitement of the game. So I apologize for that. But 3:10 to go here, and Huggy trying to take the lead for the Beach Bulldogs. He does with the free throw.
First lead of the ball game with 3:10 left in the fourth. First lead of the ball game, and they're on a 15-0 run right now, PJ. This is crazy. A weird change of events and a turnover. Oh, my gosh.
That's it. Another big turnover there is you have Manning, who was just trying to calm his guys down, looking for Colonel under the basket. As I think he should. I think he needs to. Got to calm down your guys and just have them be able to handle this pressure that Beach is applying here defensively. But we'll come back here once again in just a second, in 30 seconds, and this halftime out is over. Here from Kool Vibes.
After a day of the hottest sports in town, sometimes you just gotta unwind.
Yeah, Kevin, and the perfect place to do it, Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
That's because Kool Vibes offers delicious pizza, wings, sandwiches, and salads, all with a Jamaican Caribbean island twist.
And the atmosphere is 100% kicked back. No worries, man.
Plus, they're the home of the Oxtail Pizza.
Kool Vibes Pizza, 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. That's coolvibespizza.com. Kool with a K.
Come on and unwind at Kool Vibes.
Well, thank Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings for all they do here for high school sports, and for helping us here on ESPN Coastal.com for ESPN's High School Game Day Game of the Week. And this, a barn burner. 3:01 left to go in the game. 2 minutes and 30 seconds ago. This was a 14-point game. But Beach has clawed back into it, and not only that, they've taken the lead by 1. 40-39, Bulldogs lead the Groves Rebels here in this huge region contest.
I talked to you before the game. I said this is a game that I wanted to see. I knew this was going to be a really close game, and it has been. It's lived up to the expectation at first. Kind of been a slow game, but it's living up to the expectations now.
He drives in and contact from Colonel, and we saw kind of a decidedly big difference from this offense in Beach, and it hasn't gone away the whole second half. About midway through the second quarter, they said, all right, that's it. If we get past our first man, we're going to the rack, and we're getting the big men in foul trouble, and we're seeing Singleton and Colonel picking up big fouls late in this game.
Yeah, credit to Beach. One thing they didn't get scared about was the intimidation factor of Colonel. They kept going to the rack, trying to get easy free throws and easy baskets, and now credit to them. Now they're hitting their free throws. Now they're getting on the run, and Groves haven't scored at all in this quarter. I don't think so. I think they're a goose egg in this corner, while Beach is right now currently on a 16-0 run. Could make it 17-0.
16-0. It was 35-25 to start the fourth here. So 16-4 outscoring by Beach here, and could be, nope, that one rims out. So 2-point lead. Groves comes down with the rebound, 41-39 here. Tremaine Johnson pushing it down. You have Ikeen Johnson in the corner, pushing it back out to the top to Tremaine. Flags now, back over to the corner here to Williams. And Groves now finally, I feel like it's been years since we've seen this half-court set from the Groves Rebels, and that one's taken away. Huggy coming up big with the steal. He's looking to go coast to coast. And goes to finish. Surprised that wasn't a foul. Either way, Groves comes down with it. 2:15 to go in the ball game. Williams pushes it, finds Colonel, and the good dish is finished off by Colonel with a layup. 41-41. 2:05 to go here in the ball game.
Oh yeah, this crowd is a lot. This is what I like to see. Close games. 2 minutes left. 41 up. This is what high school basketball is about. I like this intensity.
And that one taken away by Ikeen Johnson. Ikeen now goes in, strong to the rack, blocked away by Huggy, but Colonel comes down with it. The second attempt is in. Groves comes back to the lead, 43-41, and go with a timeout. 1:45 to go here in the ball game. Groves has taken the lead by 2. Once again, we'll come back after we hear this from Cash and Carry.
I'm Kenny Grainger from Cash and Carry. We're a family-owned business right here in Savannah. We have sections of vehicles that really make it all simple. You'll get a printout of where the vehicle's at, the color of the vehicle. We really want them to be able to come in the yard and find out right where they need to be. The average savings would be at least 70, 80, could be even 90% compared to original manufactured parts. So you can come to a place like Cash and Carry and find the parts that you need at an extremely reasonable price. We'd love for you to come check us out.
Appreciate Cash and Carry for all they do here for high school sports, and ESPN Coastal.com. ESPN's high school game day game of the week here on the campus of Beach. PJ Zuko, Cam Ursery here with you. Groves now leading again, 43-41 with a 2-point lead. This is Huggy trying to break that full court pressure from the Groves Rebels. He throws it to Bellamy, who's able to corral it and get it back to Huggy here at the top. Trying to drive in. Is that going to be a travel? It is.
He hop stepped and then took 2 steps.
Yeah. So he gathers it. He goes to hop step it. And the important thing is there, you got to get both feet down at the same time. But he saw him kind of boom, the right and then the left. Travel there from Huggy. And had this Shane, too. He had Bellamy open down on the low block. Was about to go to him.
The one thing for Beach is you have the lead now. You haven't played with the lead all game. So now you got to get accustomed to playing with the lead, and they got to play to you now. You don't play towards them. They have to figure that out with this last minute if they want to win this game.
For sure. Ikeen Johnson, Tremaine Johnson, at the top. 1:05 to go here in the ball game. Ikeen Johnson now gets it back over to Tremaine. 2-point lead here for Groves. 55 seconds left in the ball game. The finger roll again. Good finish in the lane, and that pushes it back to 4. 45-41. And Beach just saw him scratch and claw all the way back, take the lead. And now 4 straight points from Groves. A foul on the floor.
And that'd be a one-on-one.
Yeah, that'll be it. Foul on the floor there by Kenya Williams comes away with that one. And with 7 fouls now, going to be a 1-and-1, should be from the line. And this is Chandler Reed from the line. So I think the first time we've seen him at the free throw line tonight. But these so important, as we've said all night. But 42 seconds left to go in the ball game. You have to come away with these free throws.
Yeah, you have to come away with these free throws. These are big right here. Okay.
He does.
Yeah,
there's the first one, at least, gets it back to a 1-possession game. And if you rim this one out, someone's got to come away with a rebound. It's tough down low with Colonel, I know, but Reed finishes the second one. 45-43, the 2-point lead for Groves. Tremaine Johnson now up to Colonel. Back down to the corner to Ikeen Johnson. Sidney Flagg's going to gather it. 31 seconds to go here in the game. The double team.
Wow.
Huggy with the tip.
Oh,
James
wow.
Leach comes away with the steal. Huggy coming for gets
great.
it batted away from behind by Sydney Flags. Man, what hustle for Flags, able to come all the way back down.
This game has my heart racing. Right
Yeah,
now.
you
You
get the
turn
steal.
over the ball, you get back on defense.
25 seconds to go in the ball game, and I thought we had a timeout here. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we did.
Looks like we have a full timeout here from the Beach Bulldogs. We'll pay the bills one more time and hear from Geechie Rootz.
We are Joey and Naomi Schultz. We've brought our African style and influence to Tanger Outlets in Kool, Georgia.
Geechie Rootz has authentic African clothing, jewelry, and accessories for men, women, and children. Check out our vibrant dresses, traditional dashikis, homemade body butters, body oils, and more. Quality products at an affordable price. Visit Geechie Rootz at the Tanger Outlet in Pooler today or shop online at GeechieRoots.com.
Back here with you on the campus of the Beach Bulldogs. 45-43 lead here for Groves over Beach, but the Bulldogs with the ball, 25 seconds to go in this one. So need points from this possession. It wouldn't be surprised if we don't see points and we see Groves get the ball, probably going to the line with some free throws. Well, actually, no. I mean, you have 3 fouls on Beach, and that's it. So going to see at least 4 fouls before they get to the free throw line here for Groves.
Now, remember last time, Groves beat Beach 48-45.
Yeah.
We might have the same outcome from either one of these teams. Beach could win 48-45. Groves could win 48-45 again. But once again, in the 40s, close game. Let's see what happens.
Larry Johnson trying to get it in. Huggy gets it. The reverse lay-in is no good. Leach with the rebound, puts it up, no good again. And it's going out. Who's it going to go out on? It's staying Beach ball.
Oh, man, if you're the ref, I think the second attempt was a foul. That may have been a lot of contact right there. Even from this end, I could see that, but Beach gets the basketball back and gets another shot.
17-7 to go here in the ball game. Beach trying to tie it up. This one into Bellamy with a spin in amongst the trees and too much contact there. It's going to come away with a foul. That's on number 14, Kenya Williams. So not Colonel. He was solid straight up, but you have Williams coming in behind and getting too much of the arm there.
That's called a guilt foul.
Yeah.
Last time you just missed that second attempt on the foul. So now you gotta fix that. And the next, time you go up in the paint, it's a little contact, you call a foul.
That one good from Bellamy. We've seen him hit some late in this ball game though. And of course, Reed was the one hitting before, but before that we saw Bellamy. So the right guy's going on the line right now for the Beach Bulldogs. But 15 seconds to go.
This is the big one right here, though.
45-44. Bellamy at the line, puts that one up and good. It's a tie ball game with 15.8 to go.
That's huge. And the ref is hearing it from Coach for Groves right now. That's huge, but I think he's arguing about the foul call that just happened.
I got you. Either way, yeah, I'm not sure. We do have a timeout, looking to see how long it's going to be. We'll stay here, though. 15.8 to go in the ball game here in a 45-45 ball game. So now we get down to it, right? What do you see from both these teams now? Who do you, if you're Groves, you have possession, who do you go to? 1, 2, for the Beach Bulldogs, we've seen the full court press pretty much all night. Do you let your half court defense take over, or do you press them?
Oh, if I'm Beach, I'm pressing. That's what got you here in the first place, by pressing, putting pressure on the ball, coming back. Don't go away from your philosophy now because it's 15 seconds left. Act like it's 15 seconds left in the third quarter, not the fourth quarter. But if I'm Groves, I'm getting the ball to Colonel down low, getting the easy shot. But I'm holding for the last shot. I'll live with the missed shot. You want to know why? We're going to overtime. If he makes the shot, we're going home with a W. But you got to take the last shot. And you see Beach come out here in the 1-3-1 press. If you're Beach, you have to watch out for these corners with Groves maybe hitting a game-winning 3 or getting to the rack and doing dribble penetration.
10 seconds left to go now. You see the full court press from Beach. 8 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Is that a foul? There it is.
He's not going to the free throw line. That's actually a
good
foul. That might be a good foul. You have a lot to give. If I'm Beach, maybe let him dribble out another 2-3 seconds, get another foul.
Maybe.
And just go to overtime. Play overtime right now.
Yeah. Maybe we looking like we have a timeout here from the Groves Rebels. 5 seconds to go. We'll hear from Cash and Carry quickly.
I'm Kenny Grainger from Cash and Carry. We're a family-owned business right here in Savannah. We have sections of vehicles that really make it all simple. You'll get a printout of where the vehicle's at, the color of the vehicle. We really want them to be able to come in the yard and find out right where they need to be. The average savings would be at least 70, 80, could be even 90% compared to original manufactured parts. So you can come to a place like Cash and Carry and find the parts that you need at an extremely reasonable price. We'd love for you to come check us out.
Cash and Carry, pick your part. Want to thank them for supporting us here on ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week. It's Beach and Groves tied up at 45. 5.1 to go. Groves with the ball.
If you're Groves, I'm telling you, get the ball to the big man down low. Get an easy shot while you can right now. That should be the plan. Spread everybody out to the three-point line at the top of the key, the right wing, which is the far wing in the right corner, and isolate your big man and live with him. Maybe he could get a foul down low.
Absolutely. We'll see what they go with here. Tremaine Johnson going to inbound it up to the top. Sidney Flags now at the top, dribbling to the right. He gets a pick, drives into the left, loses a ball. The clock's going to run out. They're not going to get a shot off. We're going to overtime for the first time here in the basketball season on ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week. It's 45-45 Groves Rebels and Beach Bulldogs. And it's so kind of anticlimactic there, right? You have Flags drive in, good defense, pushes it back to the left and loses a ball. But, hey, that's the second time we've seen at the end of a half Groves have the ball and not be able to come away with a shot.
Clearly Beach won this half. This is what you want.
Right.
If you're Beach, if you was told at halftime this game is going into overtime, you're like, oh, I'm all for it. This game is living up to the expectation, and this is spot on. This is spot on. An overtime game is very fitting for both these teams. They had a 48-45 duel the last time they played on December 10th. And now, you know, we're back here late January, kind of postseason time to ramp it up for, region standings.
Yeah.
And now you're in overtime.
And let's reiterate here, 4 minutes to go, 4 minutes in overtime here, 45-45. This was a 14-point lead for Groves with 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Saw that lead evaporate and then gain the lead again for Beach to claw back in it and tie it up. So, and what a game this has been so far, and buckle in for some extra basketball here with us as we go to tip it off here. Colonel Leach comes away with it. 4 minutes to go here to decide a winner. Chandler Reed gets it off to Huggy. Huggy drives right with the reverse lay-in. No good.
Man.
Off the back of the rim. We've seen that a few times tonight.
Missed a couple of reverses.
Yeah. Both times it's looked pretty good, but not able to come away with it. The pressure ramping up for Beach. Ikeen Johnson able to get away with it, though. Kenya Williams here. Back up to the top to Ikeen. Finds Colonel in the middle. Colonel able to finish down low with a right-handed scoop. Groves takes a 47-45 lead.
That should be the game plan for Groves. Get the ball to the big man and see if he can get some fouls. That needs to be the game plan.
Absolutely. 47-45. 3:20 to go here in the ball game. Chandler Reed drives right. Finds Bellamy in the corner. Doesn't like what he sees. Reed now pulls up from three. He hit one earlier, but that one falls no good. Ikeen Johnson out. Larry Johnson contested, but not able to come away with it. 4-point lead here for Groves. 3 minutes to go here in overtime. Excuse me.
Oh, that's
now the pressure.
Yep.
The pressure gonna get Chandler Reed. Ikeen Johnson in defense there. Reed dribbles it off the leg. And now Groves, 4-point lead, could push this to 6 or 7 after this. Ikeen Johnson for three. No good. Now he's contested with a rebound. He comes up with his own rebound and finishes with the left. Ikeen Johnson with the hustle play to come up with his own rebound. And now
they need a timeout. I don't know if that's a foul, but Beach needs the timeout. They're going to the free throw line now, so maybe that timeout would have not helped, obviously, because they're about to get 3 points, but they need a timeout.
You see Ikeen Johnson kind of smiling right now, too, just because I don't know really what else he's supposed to do. With that, you had the ball handler kind of trip right in front of him. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. 2:40 to go here in the ball game. Larry Johnson going to go to the free throw line here and try and make some back for Beach. That one no good. Yeah, Todd Post coming to the ball game here for Bellamy. Still a 6-point lead for the Beach Bulldogs.
I think they were making a sub. That's why it wasn't a one-on-one. I think they're redoing the one-on-one again.
Nah, what was just 2 shots, so both of those rim out. Still a 6-point lead. Tremaine Johnson back over to the top. Now, Ikeen Johnson for 3. He hits it. Pushes the lead to 9. Ikeen Johnson.
You got to call a timeout.
Huge here in overtime, and he is feeling it. Getting back with the defensive pressure as well. That one almost thrown away. Larry Johnson up to Chandler Reed. Chandler Reed driving it in with the floater. That one too much, though, too hard. James Leach, though, stops the bleeding a little bit. Finishes the putback, and back to a 7-point lead here for Groves. Ikeen Johnson pushing it over now to Williams. Takes his time with the shot, but no good. 1:57 to go here. Beach with the ball down by 7.
Can Beach make a late push now?
They're going to need some of these shots, right? Huggy not able to finish it, though. Does come up with his own rebound, pressured, and puts it in after the foul. Huggy able to tough through the contact.
Ooh, boy, did they need that one.
And he could cut this to 4, just like that. 9-point lead, and now only 5 here with a free throw to come.
Well, you got to make your free throws, and now you got to get stops on the other end. You got to. If you're a Beach, you got to get back in the full court press. That was ramping up that offense for Groves and causing chaos and turnovers. You got to get back in that press, that 1-3-1 kind of press they were in earlier, and just hope for, miss free throws.
Huggy finishes on that one. 1:45 to go in the ball game. Back to a 4-point lead here for Groves. That one batted away by Huggy. Groves gets it in here. Up to Ikeen Johnson. Ikeen Johnson dribbling up, pulls it back out, looking for the half-court set. This is Manning. Kind of loses it there. Pushes it back over to Tremaine Johnson, now trying to calm his team down a little bit. 1:30 to go in the game. 4-point lead here for Groves. He gets away from the screen with the finish, and that's going to be a block.
Oh, wow.
A block called on Chandler Reed. And
that might be goaltending right there. I think the ball hit the backboard before, he got it before he could get to the block, but a no call in the court. I kind of respect it anyway. He came out of nowhere and just kind of LeBron James-esque block.
It was close. The ref going to say that was still going up. So either way, that's a bang play. You have the ref looking down to try and make the call on the floor. But you like to see one of the other refs come away with kind of what they saw, too, when it comes to the goaltending conversation. But either way, 55-50 here as Tremaine Johnson comes away with the first free throw. All right, so
you don't want to listen to nobody in the stands.
Yeah, right.
You don't want to do that.
Johnson hits both free throws, pushing it back to a 7-point lead. 1:23 to go here in the ballgame. 6-point lead. 56-50. 1:23. Todd Post over fakes the pass. Still has it here. Chandler Reed now takes over, trying to break this full court pressure. Dribbling off to the right, finds Huggy. Huggy driving in with a spin move. Contact, but no foul called and a missed shot. 107. And Tremaine Johnson has the ball back for the Groves Rebels as it ticks down to 60 seconds left to play. 6-point lead for Groves.
Now, if you're Groves, Beach is playing towards you, and that's 5 right there. 5. That's a quick 5-second call. Kind of shocked right there that he called it so quick. But I was going to say, if Groves, you have to, be patient. Getting your offensive sets. Now they're playing towards you. You're up 6 with 55 seconds left. Beach hasn't really hit the 3-ball well this game. Make them play towards you.
That one almost tipped in away, but Larry Johnson comes up with it. This is Bellamy down low. Size affecting that shot, but it still goes in. 56-52 now. Tremaine Johnson with the ball here for Groves. 41 seconds left to go. Ikeen Johnson brings it in, throws it away.
You got to be patient and slow the game down.
Larry Johnson now driving in, trying to go coast to coast, kind of loses it underneath the basket. Still goes up with it, though, and not able to finish. Colonel with the rebound. Now gets it out to Tremaine Johnson. Tremaine Johnson with a finish, no good. Ikeen Johnson there with a follow. That one no good. And that's going to come down to Ikeen again. And is that a time? That's a timeout from the coach right before Ikeen Johnson fell over. 17 seconds to go in the ball game. 56-52. This is a full timeout. We'll hear from Geechie Rootz.
Joey and Naomi Shows. We've brought our African style and influence to Tanger Outlets in Kool, Georgia.
Geechie Rootz has authentic African clothing, jewelry, and accessories for men, women, and children. Check out our vibrant dresses, traditional dashikis, homemade body butters, body oils, and more. Quality products at an affordable price. Visit Geechie Rootz at the Tanger Outlet in Pooler today or shop online at GeechieRoots.com.
PJ Zuko, Cam Ursery here with you from the campus of the Beach Bulldogs. 16 seconds left, 16.8 to be exact in this one. Groves leading 56-52 in overtime. Gets it out to Ikeen Johnson. Ikeen Johnson now looking up to the top. 14 seconds to go, and that a foul there on Chandler Reed. I'm a little surprised on how long it took to foul there, and that now even Ikeen Johnson trying to say the ball was already away from him and looking for a tech, but no, not a tech or anything like that. But I mean, 12.6, you only have 4 fouls, so they're pretty far away from the 1-and-1. Got to have some quick fouls here, but they're not. 9 seconds to go. A lot of time coming off the court. Coming off the clock, 6.6 to go, and 4 points between these two teams.
If you're Beach right there, you just let 6 seconds go off the clock, and you're not in the bonus. They're not in the 1-and-1.
You have, I believe that was they haven't changed it yet. That should have been the 5th foul. You're still 2 fouls away from the 1-and-1 with 6.6 to go. I mean, that might have been the ball game right there.
That's the ball game right there. You should have fouled way earlier than that. You can't take 6 seconds to foul. And yeah, it's 1-and-1 now. They didn't get the foul count right on the scoreboard.
Okay, all right.
Now they're in the 1-and-1. This game is, it's a little bleak right now. It's probably over.
6.6 to go. And yeah, there was 4 fouls and then it went up to 6. So that wild situation there. Either way, it's the 1-and-1 here from Tremaine Johnson. 4-point lead here for Groves. Either way, if this one rims out, it's got to be quick points from Beach. And it does rim out. James Leach comes down with it. 5 seconds to go. 3 seconds to go. The defense now from Groves pushes it out to Bellamy. Groves going to come away with the win as time expires in overtime here. 56-52. The win here from the Groves Rebels in OT. So they hold on. Groves with a 14-point lead with 5 minutes to go here in the ball game. And that evaporates. Beach able to come back in this one and push it to overtime. But Groves, especially there in OT, man, Ikeen Johnson, huge there in overtime, coming up with hustle plays, kind of the back and forth, scrapping underneath the basket. Yeah, the put back layup. Yeah, the big 3 that pushed it to 9 points. Ikeen Johnson, huge in that overtime period.
Yeah, this is by far the best game we've done all year. Just action-packed, nonstop. Both teams were extremely disciplined. You know, I love disciplined basketball as far as just being able to get in your offensive sets and get what you want, but also on the other end, wreak havoc and create just turnovers and good defense. Both of these teams will see each other in this region tournament.
Yeah.
They will see each other again. So I know they've seen each other twice, but they're going to see each other a 3rd time and maybe a 4th time when it comes playoff time. But like you said, Ikeen Johnson, he was just special. In overtime, big players arise in big situations, and that's exactly what he did. He showed up in overtime, and I mean, good gosh, I mean, he was great. I think he had a stretch where he scored 7 straight. He got his own rebound from the 3-point line at one point. Big win for Groves. If you're Beach, go to the drawing board. Not a bad loss. You lost the Groves by 3 one time, and then you lose them to overtime by 4. Both teams played great, but there's only one winner tonight.
Yeah, Yeah, absolutely. And in overtime as well. Like you said, Ikeen Johnson, huge there in that period, but saw some other guys who had some big nights as well. You had his counterpoint Tremaine Johnson coming up with some big plays over the course of the game. Gerald Colonel down low was pretty solid. Jaquan Singleton, some of the scrappy plays there for Groves throughout the course of the game. Actually got banged up, had to exit the game, came back in there late and made some big plays. And Akari Manning was huge from the three-point line tonight with 2 or 3 huge threes from the three-point line. So Groves able to scrap it out, and those guys able to do it for him tonight.
Hey, can I say this about Beach? Credit to those guys. They lost their head coach in the first quarter.
Yeah,
And they could have just put their heads down and lost this game by 20 or 30, just packed it up early and went home tonight. They still fought back, and had they had their head coach, Coach Hayward, tonight, they may have won this game. He may have been able to drop a couple of plays in that overtime stance, call a timeout to get the troops together, or in the fourth quarter when they were making that run, maybe get one extra point, one extra bucket to win that game in regulation. But shout out to the Beach Bulldogs. They didn't give up, and that's a lot of fight. I know personally, in general, how hard it is to just win a game without your coach, and they almost did against a really quality team.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, the big stuff there, able to claw back even without that. I mean, you saw immediately too, not losing their heads very much even after their coach was ejected there with Hayward. And I'll say too, defend him a little bit again, thought that was relatively quick. We didn't really see any warnings or anything like that. So thought that was relatively quick to have a coach ejected from the game like that. But at the end of the day, down the stretch, doing a solid job, able to maintain their composure and come back from a 14-point deficit. I mean, I feel like if you could just kind of package up how they played when they got down by 14, when they got down by 12, 9 at certain times as well, you could package up and play that way all the time, man, they'd be unbeatable. But you had those stretches where you allowed some big plays there by Groves, and give credit to them. They're right there. They're certainly right there, but I wouldn't be surprised to see, like you said, in the region tournament, these two teams playing very late in that tournament as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll put it like this. There's no such thing as like a great loss, but that was a good loss. And what I mean by a good loss for Beach, it teaches you things. It teaches you that, okay, we could go through adversity. Our coach got kicked out in the first quarter. We could go through adversity, being down 14 in the fourth quarter, and make a run against not only a quality team, but a state championship, a region championship caliber team. These are two teams that at the end of the year, they're going to be right there in the talks for 3A state championship, 3A, the region championship down here with Windsor Forest. These are two teams, and credit to both teams. Just the resilience, and it was a great game, and it was a defensive game. We have seen kind of more of offensive games lately where there's a lot of threes and you're having a lot of fun and running gun. Tonight, it was a slugfest. And 56-52 in overtime, there's nothing to sneeze at. Credit to both teams. They're going to be really good down the stretch.
Yeah, no, absolutely. They certainly will be. And I think, I don't want to speak for both of us, but with his play down the stretch in overtime, Ikeen Johnson, player of the game?
Yeah, I'll give him player of the game. When you show up in overtime like he did, not the biggest play of the game was missing that shot, getting his own putback. I think that was the biggest play because that catapulted them to a 6-point lead, but they won by 4. He doesn't do that. That's a 2-point game. That last shot we saw from Beach, that may have been a quality shot to get at the rack, get a foul. We might be talking right now for a double overtime. Yeah, and a lot of times in overtime, it's about who comes out first with that first punch. And it was 45-45. You blinked once, and it was 54-45. 7 of those 9 points were from Ikeen Johnson. So I'm going to name him player of the game here tonight. 56-52 win here for the Groves Rebels. For Cam Mercery, I am PJ Zuko. This has been ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week. Want to thank Grainger, Honda, Geechie, Rootz, Cash and Carry, and Cool Vibes Pizza and Wings for all they do for us here on ESPN Coastal. But we'll be back here with you next week. Not picking a game just yet. We'll let you know here next week, as the schedule obviously very fluid right now with everything going on with the pandemic. But for Cam, I'm PJ. Hope you have a good rest of your week and evening. Stay safe. God bless.